Just 1 second, guys, please. Excuse me. Excuse me. What's going on, people? Hope you're doing good. Welcome to my review of Bring Her Back, the brand new film from the Philippou brothers, also known as Raka Raka from YouTube. They directed the movie Talk to Me a few years ago, a film which I thought was absolutely brilliant, and it really surprised me that two YouTubers can actually make a really good horror movie. So I was very excited for Bring Her Back. The trailers sold me. The only thing that annoyed me is that this is releasing in July, when in the US and in other countries, it released in May. So I had to wait a while. But thankfully, I managed to see it a little bit early in the UK. And I am so happy to say that this movie is absolutely brilliant. Bring Her Back was a very disturbing look into grief and how it can play on the mind. And what really surprised me is that this isn't really a horror movie. There are some very horrific things in it, don't get me wrong, but it plays out more like a thriller movie. There's no jump scares to speak of, thank the Lord, and it builds tension through weird noises and weird interactions through the characters, and also very disturbing actions by them as well. And also, those moments. I am, of course, talking about the incredibly violent moments in this film, which are incredibly disturbing, not just because there's a load of blood and gore, but the reasons why these moments happen and how people do them as well. And also massive credit to the practical effects artists and the makeup artists. They did an absolutely phenomenal job with those moments. Hats off to them, they did a remarkable job. As for the story, I was very impressed with how this movie explored the lengths that people will go to get over their grief. And that is mainly the case with Laura, our main antagonist, who is incredibly selfish, going as far to hurt the person that she really needs just to get someone out of the house. But what makes you sympathise with her just a little bit is the fact that she's gone through so much pain, and you can tell that she really loved this person that she lost, and she's really struggling to deal with it. And you really do feel sorry for her, even though she's doing all these awful things. I also really liked how the main protagonists, Piper and Andy, their names are, how they've been through a similar situation, but they're handling it just a little bit better, even though one person doesn't know something about the person that's died all that well. But it really did contrast with Laura really well for me. The first two acts of this movie really have you on the edge of your seat. It is very disturbing. Seeing Laura just break down in every scene and causing harm to anyone is just really frightening, especially because there's children around as well. It was a really horrifying representation of how grief can torture the mind. Until it wasn't. My biggest issue with this movie was easily how it ended. Now, I didn't downright hate the ending, because I can understand why they went that route. Like, it may not be an ending that I liked, but I can kind of see why they said, yeah, let's go for that. But for me, and with how the movie played out, I don't think that was the right way to end it. Without spoiling, the ending to this movie is very tragic, but also kind of beautiful at the same time. And as I said, I understand why they went that route. But for me, I honestly would have preferred it if this movie's ending was way more tragic and there was no good side to it. It didn't really support the themes that this movie was representing, and it really wasn't a good conclusion to a character arc for someone. And I just didn't really like it all that much. But as I said, it's not a movie ruining ending. It just really wasn't the direction that I wanted this movie to go in. But technically, this movie was absolutely brilliant. I really like how most of the film is just in this grey, dreary like colour state. But there's some parts of the movie where it's very bright and colourful. And it should be happy, but it's contrasted by really disturbing things, and it's mainly just there to show the emotions of the characters. There's also a load of long takes in this movie, and what makes them even more disturbing is that they showcase an extra disturbing thing each time. So one moment we're focusing on this, and then the camera will pan to this even more disturbing moment, and you're like, whoa, okay, oh my god. So it really just filled those moments with a load more dread. And finally, the acting was near enough flawless. I'm going to say this right now, you're probably going to disagree with me. Sally Hawkins, Oscar worthy in this movie. The way she just changed emotions in an instant was absolutely horrifying. And where she really shines is when she's speaking in a really sweet tone, but saying the most demented stuff. That was absolutely frightening. I'm telling you, Academy, you know she deserves it. Give her a nomination right now. The two actors who played Andy and Piper were really good in this film too, but Jonah Wren Phillips. This guy is 12 years old. He's acting like he's been acting for 50 years. He was absolutely amazing in this movie, and I cannot wait to see what he does in the future. So in conclusion, Bring Her Back was a really disturbing look into grief and how it can play on the mind. Yes, I wasn't a big fan of the ending, but everything before that was incredibly tense. It's disturbing, extremely well shot and acted. This movie you need to go and see when you can. I'm telling you guys, please support this movie. It deserves your money. Just one warning though, do not eat and drink when you're watching it. You'll know why when you watch it. So yeah, Bring Her Back I absolutely loved, and it's going to receive a 9 out of 10 from me. And people, that is the end of my review for Bring Her Back. If you have seen the film, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day, and see you later.